Voice of Change News.
This is Voice of Change Radio News. I'm Amanda Kumalo. A quick look at stories making the headlines. Harmonized elections, die is cast. In business news, farmers yell increase in irrigation schemes. In regional and international news, re-engagement drive pays off. In sports, Misfiring strikers, a big letdown, Bambo. The news in detail. President Mnangagwa yesterday proclaimed August 23, 2023 as the day on which harmonized elections will be held, opening the door for political parties to start their campaigns in earnest and ending weeks of speculation. The head of state and government also fixed June 21, 2023 as the day on which the nomination court will sit to consider and accept candidates for presidential, parliamentary and local authority elections. President Mnangagwa made the proclamation in a statutory instrument contained in an extraordinary government gazette published yesterday in terms of both the Constitution and the Electoral Act. The president has also set October 2, 2023 as the day for the runoff election should there be no outright winner in the presidential election as contemplated by the Constitution. The nomination court will sit at the High Court in Harare to consider presidential candidates, while it will sit at all the 10 provincial capitals for parliamentary candidates. Meanwhile, President Mnangagwa departed for a 3-day state visit at the invitation of his counterpart, President Lazarus Chakwera. He was welcomed at Kamuzu-Banda International Airport by President Chakwera and senior Zimbabwean and Malawian government officials. The two presidents will co-chair bilateral talks between Malawi and Zimbabwe, and thereafter will witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding. They will also have an audience with African heads of mission in Malawi. Moving on to business news. Smallholder farmers have applauded the government for increasing investment in irrigation schemes to improve agricultural production despite the effects of climate change. The government is targeting to increase the area under irrigation from the current 193,000 hectares to 350,000 hectares by 2025 as the country aims to boost production. The intention is to fight the effects of climate change, although irrigation farming helps farmers in diversifying their farming operations, thereby allowing them to grow crops all year round rather than engaging in seasonal productions. In news beyond our borders, Côte d'Ivoire has for the first time opened a consulate in Harare owing to President Mnangagwa's engagement and re-engagement policy, which has seen the world warming up to Zimbabwe, while odd relations with states like Serbia are being deepened. Yesterday, new ambassadors from the republics of Sahrawi Arab Democratic, Côte d'Ivoire, Serbia and Hungary presented their credentials to President Mnangagwa as status, with the latter saying his country will be offering scholarships to Zimbabwe. This is all part of the successful engagement and re-engagement drive by the Second Republic as a friend to all and enemy to none. Finally, in sports, former Zimbabwe international Moses Chunga says misfiring strikers are letting down the traditional giants Dynamos, Cape United and Highlanders in their quest for turnaround this season. The Big Three, as they are often referred to, started off the season on sound footing, but they somehow appear to be losing the plot before the campaign has even reached the halfway stage. Interestingly, the Giants share common traits as they have been poor in front of goal, with their strikers the biggest culprits. It's quite a paradox that they also have some of the best defenses in the league. That brings us to the end of this bulletin.
Voice of Change News.